The Halo scene has been a bit weird the last couple of years. Apart from a large population drop-off that happened a while ago, the community's just been split between a couple different games. You know, there's a lot of people that are playing MCC and playing that on PC. A lot of people more fans of the classic style Halo. And then there's a lot of people that are still playing Halo 5 on the Xbox One. And for the most part, everybody's been fighting back and forth with each other on which is the best version.
It ain't worth jack. Ah! Bitch.
But I think I can confidently say that Halo Infinite is the absolute dream title for all Halo fans. It is the best of both worlds, and it is going to bring everybody together with something that I think we'll all really enjoy. So last weekend we got to play a tech preview of Halo Infinite. It was absolutely amazing. It was a lot of fun to play. It was great to finally get our hands on the game. It's important to keep in mind that this was a tech preview. There were a lot of bugs that were to be expected. We didn't think that it was going to run perfectly smoothly, and they were completely clear in saying that this was an older build of the game that we were currently getting to sample. Now, apart from 2 hours on Sunday evening, all of the tech preview was against bots, so most of the time we were just shooting against AI that 343 has coded into the game as an option to play against in custom games. And I gotta say, shooting against the bots was a lot of fun. They actually played pretty well. First thing you can notice straight away with this Halo is that the aim assist has been tuned way down when playing with controller. These shots are super precise and very hard to hit. The hitboxes have been tightened up, and you have to really make sure that you hit a headshot if you want to get your kill. This is a great thing. There's been a lot of complaints with the more recent Halo titles that the hitboxes have been too large or the bullet magnetism has been too forgiving, which I think is a fair comparison to some of the earlier titles we've seen. But with Infinite, I think I can confidently say just after playing it for this weekend that this is the hardest Halo to aim in that we've ever had, and it feels really rewarding when you do hit your shots. One of the biggest differences between classic Halo and the quote modern Halo are some of the movement options that we've seen. The classic Halos had a very slow paced movement, just one movement speed standard. The more modern Halos had options to sprint or thrust or jetpack or some of the other stuff like that, and a lot of older fans didn't really like those changes. They didn't like the way the gameplay changed around some of the movement options, especially in Halo 5 where we saw the largest movement skill gap that Halo has ever seen and some really crazy fast-paced gameplay. But Halo Infinite features the best aspects of both of these worlds. Infinite does include sprint, slide, and clamber as we see in Halo 5, but it doesn't include the stabilize, the thruster pack, the Spartan charge, or the ground pound like some of the other mechanics. And most importantly, the sprinting mechanic only gives you a 9% boost in speed. So the quote punishment for not sprinting around is extremely minor, and you can actually play as effectively as somebody using sprint by just walking everywhere. Now, why do I think that this is the best of both worlds? Why do I think this will make everybody happy? Because the kills feel challenging just like in old Halos, but the movement also doesn't feel too sluggish, and it feels like a modern shooter in the way that you can move around and navigate the map. When I first hopped on this game, it felt really slow, and I thought it was going to be a super slow-paced game, but then after adjusting the FOV slider and figuring out some of the movement mechanics better, I really started to get the flow of the movement system and figure my way out to just move around the maps as smoothly and as organically as I would like to. So for me, a person who's super into the movement aspect and the advanced movement metagame of Halo 5, and somebody who really appreciates all the technical skill that those mechanics require, I'm really happy to see that just with the small sample size we had with this tech preview and only 3 maps that we got to play, a lot of people are figuring out some amazing movement mechanics that are allowing us to do some really cool stuff so far. And I think with more time spent on the game and more maps that we get in the rotation, we're gonna figure out some even crazier stuff. The Commando is a new weapon. It's a new type of precision weapon that's fully automatic with a bloom if you hold down the trigger for too long. I think they did a great job balancing this gun. It is extremely hard to aim, and it is nowhere near as easy as it looks to gun people with. That brings in some of the faster paced stuff that Halo's looking to get, some of the faster time to kills that will reward you for your amazing accuracy. But that's the point. You have to be rewarded because the accuracy is really hard to come by. There's also new power weapons like the skewer that are really fun and just really feel like a Halo weapon that belongs at the sandbox to me. The sidekick is your main utility precision weapon, though I think it's important to point out that this is not intended to replace the Magnum from Halo 5, for example. The Magnum in Halo 5 saw itself kind of become the one-size-fits-all gun for every situation. It was very challenging in super close range and long range, but it got the job done better than pretty much every single weapon. The sidekick is not supposed to fill that same void. The sidekick is a 7-shot kill if the last shot is to the head, and there's an insanely fast fire rate, though it is at the expense of some bloom. I think they did a great job tuning this weapon, and I think it's a really great sidearm. Spawning in with this thing, I like that I have the option to use it. You know, the assault rifle is much more effective up close, though I think the sidekick has the faster time to kill if you do hit your shots. The grapple hook is insanely fun. It feels really right at home. It is a smooth mechanic, and I'm really excited to see what other equipment they have for us. I don't know, man. I feel really good about this game. I had so much fun playing it this weekend. You know, I got used to it. I started picking up the movement. We haven't even got to play BTB yet, but I think that looks like an incredible time, and that's a really exciting time for all of us to be Halo fans. You know, we have something on the horizon, and it looks really good. We're gonna have multiple tech previews coming up in the future as well, so we can continue to work with 343 on some feedback and get some fine-tuned adjustments coming to the game. Halo's gonna return to the top soon. I believe in it. We have just the right momentum right now, and I think we might have the right game to deliver. If you guys enjoyed this content and you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, and I will see you guys next time.